fact, in verse number 11, he says there are two sons. He says, here are two sons, and he says, these are them. Now, this got my attention. I have two sons, okay? So I thought, oh, there's two sons. And I thought, well, is this a literal story? And many people believe that this is just a parable. A parable is an earthly story with a heavenly meaning. And so Jesus is using a story. He's using this story to illustrate a truth. And the first part starts with a man who lost a sheep. And you can read this in verse number 3 down through verse number 6. And he loses the sheep, and the shepherd goes out and he searches for the sheep, and he finds the sheep. The sheep would have been about a day or two versus wages. And so he would have lost this sheep. If he lost it for good, he would have lost 2 days worth of wages. And so he goes out. And in verse number 6, he finds the sheep. Look at what it says. He finds the sheep, and he calls his friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost." So Jesus gives us the heavenly meaning to the earthly story.